What's up, guys? Today is day 2 of working on the swing set behind me. So essentially what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to remove the 2x3 supports. I'm going to cut them down and then create sort of a staircase or a ladder leading up each post. That way I can get this 16-foot beam up on top and secure the brackets so we can get this swing set finished here. All of the swings and the hardware have already come in from Amazon. So literally the project is just waiting for the beam to be put up and then the T-brackets to be installed. So something that I almost forgot to do is I needed to make sure the top of my posts are level. That way whenever the beam goes on top, it's straight and level. There's no crooked, there's no one post taking more of the load. And so I'm not sure if you can see it super well, but I have a tripod set up here on this ledge with DeWalt laser level. Please sponsor me, DeWalt. So what I need to do is I need to decide on how much from the top I want to cut off from each of these posts before I put the beam on. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure that out. I was gonna go 3 feet in the ground with the post, but I couldn't make that happen. My auger actually wasn't deep enough, and so I was hitting the bottom with the engine, or I was hitting the ground with the engine. I could have used a post hole digger to go down deeper, but I still got like 2 feet 8 inches, which is good, you know. But you want to put your post down 25 to 50% of the total post length in the ground. So what I need to do, if I have a 10-foot post and it went down, let's just say, 3 feet, I'm technically in the clear, but if I chop off, let's say, a foot on each side, then that will be at 9 feet and I'm like 3 feet in the ground. So it'd be like 30%, which is okay, right? Again, I'm not gonna have any sort of like super heavy load on the beams or the posts. So we should be fine with that, especially whenever the T straps are installed and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure out how low I'm gonna come down with these posts, get them cut using my laser level to mark out, and then we can make the stairs. All right, guys, this is day 3 of working on the swing set. Day 2, I started around, I think it was like 7 o'clock. So you can tell I was able to cut this post down to height like I wanted. I still have this post I need to cut down. There's 3 marks there on the post. I was debating on, of course, the height like I was talking about. So I just need to cut this one down and then I'll create the ladder. For the sake of video time, I am going to go ahead and snap and have this post cut down level with this post now. All right, guys, so as you can see behind me, I cut down the 2x3s. That way I can, again, take this large post, pick it up, have this first 2x3 support the post as I pick up this side, and then I'll do the same for the second row and then the same for the third row with the ladder. This is a method that I think will work with using one man. Otherwise, this project's gonna have to be put on hold until I can get somebody else over here. I think this will work. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, but first I need to drag out this large post, clean up the yard, full of all of the construction debris and tools, drag out the post, and then I can set everything up. So let's see. Man, the one thing about these sort of projects is that the cleanup always sucks, big time. But whatever makes the family happy, right? It's the most important thing. And because this is the house that we're gonna raise the kids in, I definitely didn't want to wait to do this. This will give them something to do. This will give them something to do while we finish renovating the houses, or I'm sorry, the house. And you know, what dad doesn't want to do this sort of thing for their kids, right? So All right, all the debris is picked up, just relocated somewhere else. So it still has to be picked up later. So now I'm gonna come to this end of the post. I'm gonna essentially drag it out as far as I can, then pick up this side, kind of walk it in over here. So here we go. All right, guys, level 1 complete, minimal effort. These little 2x3s are supporting the post or the beam, which is really, really good. Now, what I did do is I went up here to these 2 posts, the support post, and I marked the center line of the post. And then I also marked a line on the beam here that should be lining up with that center mark on the post. That way we can have an equal amount of beam hanging over on each side. So yeah. So I'm gonna pick this up. Again, guys, use your back. I'm sorry, not your back. Don't use your back, use your legs. Use your legs. I'm recovering from a back injury from moving. It feels pretty good right now, but whenever I sit down for long periods of time, my sciatica acts up. Okay, post is almost on top. Baller. So I'm not gonna walk under here. I'm just gonna reach, move the ladder like so. And then again, guys, I need to rotate this 45 degrees. So I'm just gonna roll it, trying to not let it hit the beams too hard, because guys, these little supports are only being held up by 2 screws, or with 2 screws. So the further this beam comes out, the more likely that this little support is gonna come down or break, right? So, well, mission success. I just need to get it up on the top of the post. I can already see that I measured wrong, but that is okay. We will fix that. That's why you always measure twice before you cut. All right, now we're gonna lift this bad boy up here. It's pretty easy. And I'm gonna cut here. I'm gonna do the same thing. Boom. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can tell. Sorry, there's a helicopter flying by. I don't know if you guys can tell, but here's the line that I marked. This was 2 feet, 1 inches in. But what I forgot to do is account for the center of the post in this measurement, in the beam measurement, which would explain as to why I'm off about 3 inches. So, or 3.5 inches actually. So that's okay. This looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and remeasure really quickly. And then I'll take a sander before I stain, just to make sure that these pin marks aren't on here, and aesthetics, right? So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll get back to you guys. Now it's time to go ahead and install the T brackets, or the T straps, which I have here. And then I also have some 90-degree brackets that I'm going to install on both sides of the post here for added support. And then I have a little 4x4 post here. I think it's like 5 or 6 feet. Anyways, I'm going to cut additional supports out like this on both sides, and then in like this on both sides. So let's go ahead and get these T-straps and 90-degree supports installed. So I went ahead and put the other 2 up here, but essentially we're going to have one here and then one on the back side, and then the 90 degrees under each side here. All right, guys, my phone is probably about to overheat because it's like 100 degrees out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the 90-degree brackets and the T-straps here, and then update you guys whenever I'm done. All right, guys, I have all the T-straps installed. I have all of the 90-degree brackets installed. Which I'll show you right here. So there's the 90-degree guys, and there's the T-straps on both sides. And then I went ahead and installed additional supports. This support here is more of an aesthetic look than anything, but this one here is actually important because, like I was mentioning earlier, or maybe I didn't, it's only recommended that there's a 10-foot span in between posts for a 6x6 post. I had an 11-foot. So with those additional supports going to the post, I haven't actually measured what this distance is. It looks to be like somewhere starting at maybe 7 inches, 7 to 9 inches, or 7 to 10 inches, something like that. And then did the same thing over here, guys. Still gotta peel off the stickers.